geez, you're going to think, yeah, we don't hear anything for 2 or 3 weeks from her and all she does is talk. But I like to only make videos when I'm feeling good, and Allison has made me feel pretty good today, knowing that I'm not alone in the struggle for finding a job, and at least for me, you know. Oh, I'm telling you, my son, and my husband have literally searched newspapers, every newspaper around Atlanta, every job service around Atlanta. I've sent resumes to anybody that had a fax machine. I sent out to every contractor my husband's resume, my resume, you know, because I do office work and QuickBooks and everything, and I got one job interview. One job interview. He's got no calls. And so, I don't know how I'm going to afford this house for December. I have no way to pay December's rent. Well, I got half of it, but I'm still $900 short for December, for Christmas. Don't know how I'm going to pay for the kids' toy. I mean, I don't want to get down or anything. But, so I've been, you know, working on that. And when I wasn't applying for jobs, I wrote a book. So, I wrote a book, and it's on lulu.com, and you got to search under Carla, K-A-R-L-A, Nelson, to find the book. But, you got to do a little, like, it says search by title, by author or whatever, and then you put Carla Nelson, but it's German Recipes from Mom. That's my book. And one of my subscribers is my cousin, and say hi, Twyla. And actually, there's a couple little story in there about her mother, and her mother's recipe for kuchen is in there. Like I said, I grew up German, and it is the most wonderful, wonderful kuchen you'll ever taste in your whole life. And I have fed people that stuff, and they're like, oh my God, this is like, you know, this is better than sex. So, it's a good thing too. But, you know, it's great. And I've got, I've got your mom's snow favors on there, you know, and a little story about that too in there. And there's Nafla soup and lefse and just lots of great German food, and Chislik and Bukti. And, you know, I've noticed that, and I've searched the internet, a lot of the German food is really put out there by just Americans who think that they knew German, or, you know, I saw one lady, she tried to make lefse, and then they got the picture where you can upload the picture of what you've made, and she has like the lefse made, and it's shaped like, she cut it out like cookies and fried it in a pan. So, you know, and it looked greasy and stuff like that. I don't know what she's thinking, but lefse is made out of potatoes and flour, for those who don't know, and you roll it like a tortilla. It looks just like a tortilla, but it's thinner, almost like paper thin, but not, you know, I mean, it's about half the thickness maybe. Then you put butter and sugar on it, roll it up, and oh my God, it's so good. And so that recipe is in there, and I've got some, you know, a beer cheese soup is in there, and oh my God, I make the best beer cheese soup. So, and that would be an excellent soup if you were going to get the surgery, because there's none of the alcohol in it, but it's a thin, cheesy, hearty soup. Nafla soup would be good too, but you couldn't eat the Nafla. I even have a hard time with the Nafla because it's dough, and it really fills me up really fast. You'd probably get one Nafla and then you'd be going, you know, so. There's just a lot of good recipes in there. I thought, you know, writing a book may help with the money situation, but I have a feeling it's not really. But it kept me busy, it kept my mind busy, and it kept me from getting too depressed, which is really what I needed. So, and I'm thinking about writing a kid's book, and I'm thinking about writing maybe another cookbook, because I have 7 kids, and I've been very successful with getting them to eat things like nobody, you wouldn't believe. People come over and they're like, oh my God, that kid's eating broccoli or Brussels sprouts or green beans. And I mean, I literally made a pan, a cake pan, that deep. You know, what is it, 9 by 11? And I put 2 bags of broccoli in the wok just to heat them up faster. And then I poured Velveeta cheese on it, and they ate the whole pan. So I've always had good luck with that. I make a pretty good meatloaf with a sauce on top. That is my little trick with the kids, is you use equal parts of half ketchup and half pancake syrup, and pour that on top just before it's, after you pour out the grease, just before it's done. Bake it a little bit to warm it up, but they will literally, and you can do that with meatballs too, but they would literally eat every piece of meatloaf and whatever. So, and I always, German trick, put sugar in my mashed potatoes. I put 2 tablespoons of sugar in my mashed potatoes. But they'll eat a whole pan too. So, I think maybe I'll write a cookbook for, about kids and eating, and I might write a couple kids books. My husband has, he has funniest stories about when he was a kid, him and his grandpa, so, he makes me laugh so hard. So I thought that might be good. And this is just stuff to keep me busy. I'm not, gonna be making any loads of money on it. Although, any money would be nice right now, but, I'm hoping, I gotta come up with money. Lulu.com, is great, and people can find the books on there and buy them, but you have to actually buy a book. I'd have to buy one of my own books and then get it approved, and then it's like $300 or something like that, and then they put it on Amazon.com, which would probably sell better, but for right now I'm just hanging in there and doing what I can, and if you guys could, just pray for me, that would really, really help me. And I know that God's gonna, I know that God, I don't want to get preachy with you. I'm not a Bible banger. I don't go to church every Sunday, which I'd like to, but I don't. I'll tell you that straight up. But I don't believe that God lives in the buildings made of wood or stone, as the saying goes. But I'm very religious. I teach my kids, to love God and trust in Him. And I gotta practice what I preach too, so don't I? And I know that God's gonna help me out. I know that He's gonna turn around. I actually got my mom's Bible sitting by the bed, and some days I get down, some days I just go to sleep and close my eyes, put my hand on the Bible, and not cry, because it's hard for me to cry. It takes a lot for me to cry, because it's almost like I'm frozen at times. I don't want to make it too bad, and I don't want to act one way. We got company. Out! So, I'm almost done. I think somebody wants me to watch TV with them. But, I don't want to get preachy or anything, but, I think it's going to get better, and I guess I got to practice what I preach. I told God, a month ago I was really completely freaked out. So freaked out that I couldn't make videos and I couldn't talk about it, and I couldn't talk to people on the phone, because I do wear my heart on my sleeve. When I'm upset. Because I am upset. I'm literally freaking, or staring at the wall, or, like, and I get, so, and now that scares me. So that's why I can't cry, because I freak. I think I freak instead of cry or something, but, and it's really hard for me right now, because I'm thinking, oh my God, Christmas is coming, I don't have rent for December, what do I do? What do I do? I don't want to move the kids into a trailer house, $500 trailer house. I know just January's, by the middle of January I'm okay. It's just December and the first part of January. And I think if I had December, I could probably, I'd be okay with January. I could get them to go with that, but it's just, there's so many people that need help, and so much people that are better than me, so many people that believe in God more, so many people that have a better heart, and maybe that's where God's focus should be. God, you know what, I've already talked another 10 minutes, so just let me know what you think, and I'm gonna make another video soon, but not another one today because you guys are gonna get so